Hello, my name is Juan Morante, and I am meeting with a 10th grade student who has 4 AP courses and she is struggling with her academics right now. And I'm going to be trying to help her out using solution focused theory. Okay. Hi, Vay.
Hey, Mr. Morante.
Nice to see you again. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Okay, like I mentioned in our other session and in every session that I'm going to talk to you, whatever we talk about is going to stay here with us, unless you're going to harm someone or you let me know that someone is harming you. Obviously, I care about you, so you know that if you were to tell me something, I would have to report it and let other people know so they can kind of help me out to protect you. Okay?
Okay.
Any other questions?
Would you tell my mom?
If you were hurting yourself, yes, but what we discuss here will definitely stay between us. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, so last time that we left off, you had checked in with me to let me know that you were struggling in your AP courses.
Mm-hmm.
You are currently taking how many?
I'm taking 4, which is kind of a lot for a sophomore.
Right.
I know when I first did my schedule with you, we kind of talked about it, and you just said, like, based on where I was academically, that you thought I could handle it and stuff.
And not only that, but your freshman teachers also referred you to AP, and then we sat down. I remember sitting down with your parents, and they also agreed that you were going to be able to take on this.
Yeah,
this load,
I know. My parents really want me to try to take as many as I can.
Right.
I think that'll really help me, like, for college, and I'll save some money and time if I pass my APs.
That's good. If I recall, your freshman year, did you have any AP courses?
I actually got approved to take 1.
Okay.
But I feel like my freshman year, I mean, not to say I didn't have friends or anything, but I just think I focused a lot on school.
Gotcha.
And this year I'm kind of trying some new things. Like I joined the dance team.
Okay.
And now I'm doing the 4 APs, and I have more friends, and I've been trying to hang out with my friends more, and we've been going out and stuff, and so I don't know, for some reason this year it's just been harder. I know when I came in before, I talked to you about possibly dropping an AP.
Yes.
And I don't know, I feel like I've been trying to do better, but it's really hard, and I think I don't know, I still kind of feel like I want to drop an AP, and I don't know if you guys will let me or not.
Well, we've had this discussion before. Early on, and this is obviously we're starting our second semester. First quarter of the first semester, you had A's and B's in that class, so I know that you can do it. Second semester, that's when we started seeing that dip in your grades, which is why you came in and let you know that you're struggling. So I don't think it's necessarily an issue of you being able to do good in the classes. I think you might just got a little sidetracked because it seems to me that you have a lot more going on and you're trying to balance out your classes and your homework and your classwork with your friends, which is fine. I mean, obviously I understand that you are a teenager, but at the same time, I've talked to some of your teachers before our meeting. I talked to Mr. Rodriguez, your math teacher, and he was letting me know that you don't use your time appropriately in class.
He always says that too.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I just can't sit there for that long. I feel like, he's always like, well, I give you time in class to ask questions and stuff. And I get that's why he does it that way. But I just feel like after listening to him for for a half hour, I don't really want to sit there and do that.
Right. But Mr. Rodriguez has always been the type to, if you're struggling in class, you know that he stays after school. So with that being said, you're missing 8 assignments, homework assignments that I checked. And so I kind of wanted to ask you about that. Why are you missing so many assignments? And it is an AP class. So obviously if you miss 2 or 3, you're already super, super behind. So what's going on? Why have you been missing a lot of homework assignments?
I don't know. I just feel like I've been trying to do other homework, and like I said, I've been doing the dance thing, and I've volunteered for to help out with the costumes for the spring production and stuff. So I think I've been spending time doing that, and I just feel like I think what happened was I was behind in one assignment, and then I got behind on another assignment, and then like after a while, there's just so many that I don't have the
Feel
time.
overwhelmed.
Well, yeah, I feel overwhelmed, and it's like, then what's the point? Like, I'm already behind, and I don't have the time to do it anyways, and
Right.
so, I mean, I'm only a sophomore. I guess I could take the class again.
Okay. No, we don't want to get there because then you're going to get even more behind. But Vay, you're a very, very bright student. I mean, you came in your freshman year with straight A's, 4.0, which is why we decided to totally make that push for you to take these AP courses. And like I said, you did very, very well early on. And I get it. You have other things like you were mentioning earlier. You're involved, and you're helping out with all the costumes and all that good stuff. But at the same time, I feel like you can kind of use your time a little bit better. So one of the things.
Oh my gosh, now you sound like my dad.
I know.
He says that to me all the time. He's always like, "What are you doing? Why are you just sitting there? Why don't you go do your homework? Or why don't you study? Or what?"
And that's one of the things. I actually did think about I actually talked to your parents.
What did they say? They
Couple
probably
days
said,
ago.
"No, don't let her drop an AP class."
Yes, and so I asked them. I was kind of concerned because I thought that maybe you were struggling. Maybe 4 AP classes were a little bit harder on you. So I decided to give them a call. Obviously, I have told you this on our first meeting that I wanted to get everyone's input in regards to see if they thought it was a good idea, and they said that it wasn't a good idea because you are not using your time appropriately when you get home. What do you think? Is that true, or is that
I think I'm using my time.
right?
I mean, I'm sure I could probably maybe do better, but I think I'm doing just fine.
Okay.
I mean, I just feel like they're being unreasonable. They're always on my case. They're always like, "Why aren't you doing this? Why don't you do this right now?" And it's like, my whole life just can't be homework.
Right. No, and I totally understand that, which is why my job as a counselor is to help you out and develop a layout per se in order to kind of help you out with your time management. So what I wanted to do now is just a quick little activity. I'm just going to ask you what you do normally on a day, and then we can kind of see and kind of piece together a plan that you can have every day, because I know you can succeed in these AP courses. You are very, very right, and I don't want you to kind of not focus so much on your grades because you don't know how to manage time, and that's one of those things that a lot of students need help with. So I'm gonna go ahead and help you develop something that you can hopefully follow for you to improve on these
Like a
grades.
schedule?
Because, yeah, how would you feel about working, just kind of going down your regular typical day? Like, for example, what's the first thing that you do when you get home, or what time do you get home?
So school ends around probably 2:15 is when the final bell
Okay,
rings.
so 2:15.
So I walk home, but
Okay.
by the time I get out of school, it's not even until 2:45. So I'm here until about 2:45. I get home at 3, only a 15-minute walk. And then at 3 o'clock, I'll get a snack and I'll hang out. Sometimes I'll go on the internet and
Okay.
watch TV.
Now, how long does that last for? How long are you?
I don't think
Late.
it's 4:30. So
Okay.
I get
So
home.
that's an hour and a half.
And then I'll start my homework. And then my mom gets home usually between 5:30 and 6. So I'll go downstairs and sometimes I'll help her cook dinner and I'll talk to her about my day.
Okay.
And then we all have dinner together. So that's 6:30 to 7:30. When my dad gets home and my brother's there, and we try to catch up and we try to clean up after dinner. So I probably go back to my room around 8.
Okay.
And so then I'm up to 11:30 or 12 o'clock every night doing homework, and I'm just tired. I can't stay up that late.
Okay. At the same time, let me ask you: do you have your phone, or is the TV on when you're trying to do this work? And not honestly, what would you say?
I'll have my phone, of course,
Okay.
because you never know. Maybe you need it, right? And if someone's trying to get a hold of me,
Okay, but you are home, so who would be trying to get in?
let's say if my friends had a question or something.
Okay.
Okay. Sometimes I'll have the TV on in the background. Sometimes I'll have the radio on in the background. It just depends what kind of mood I'm in.
Now, does that help you concentrate when you really think about it? Or do you kind of find yourself kind of at a loss after? Because I'm the type, for example, I'll give you an example. Sometimes when I don't have a student in the class, I'll have my Pandora on and I'll be listening to some music, and then I'll catch myself 10 minutes into what I'm doing. I'll be like, oh wow, I'm just kind of singing the lyrics in my head, and then I have to focus again. So I just rather turn it off. Is that something that happens to you? Or is it something that you can definitely multitask?
It could happen, especially if I'm watching
Okay,
TV.
so now you're kind of starting to realize, that maybe there are some obstacles.
Yeah, like if I'm watching a TV show, like sometimes I may get caught up on the TV show.
Okay.
But I mean, I try not to, obviously, because I'm doing two things at once, and I want to, and I try to do my homework.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so is it a distraction? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah.
It could be. I could
Yeah.
see how it could be a distraction.
What I really like is that you're actually, this little activity that we're doing, mapping out your schedule, is making you kind of realize that it could be a distraction. Oftentimes students are like, no, I can handle it. But when I talk to the parent, they're like, no, he can't because he's, jamming out or whatnot. And then by the time the parents know it, he's going to sleep at 2 a.m. because he's lost about an hour and a half. So what I want to do now is just kind of recap what happens. So bell rings 2:15. You stay here for about half an hour to help out with the costumes? Or what do you do for half an hour after school?
Sometimes I kind of like just hang out and catch up with my friends.
I see.
But sometimes I am doing like other stuff for like, it's not always that I'm hanging out.
Okay.
But it's kind of like the only time we see each other, right? Because we're in class otherwise.
But your teachers have been telling me that you're often talking to them in class, so...
But not all my friends are in every single period surrounding.
Okay, I see.
So
2:45, you hang out with your friends. You have a 15-minute walk home and you get home at 3 o'clock.
yeah.
And then from 3 to 4:30, you hang out and you watch TV.
Yeah, and and I have a snack. And sometimes like if my brother's home, we'll like hang out together. And
Okay.
he's younger than I am, so sometimes like we'll just play a game or something, like, or if he wants to play outside, because I usually try to help out like my mom watching my brother some days, like usually not every day, but like twice a week or something. So there's a lot of times where like he'll be like, oh, let's go outside and play. So I'll be like, okay, let's go outside and play. And there's other days where I'll be like, okay, we'll both do our homework together. Just depends on the day.
Gotcha, I see. So you're playing out with your brother, and then at 5:30, your mom gets home and you help her cook dinner, right? So that lasts about an hour.
Yeah.
Then from 6:30 to 7:30, you guys eat dinner.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have to clean up after dinner.